What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and I'm here today with the review for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. This is season 8. This is episode number 15, and it is titled Questions and Answers. So I have a question, do anybody know how many more episodes are left of the season? Not saying that I'm over the season, I just would like to know how many more episodes to expect. If anybody knows that, leave it in the comment section below. So without further ado, you guys, let's go ahead and just jump into tonight's episode. Alright, so I think I'm going to start the episode up with Mimi and Pooh's situation. So we see Pooh, she is doing a photo shoot. She's saying she's doing it for her makeup line where she's, this lip plumper, something you can put on your eyeshadow or eye, whatever it was. She looked decent with that makeup on and that wig. She looked decent. I will say decent. I'm not going to say she looked good, but she looked decent. So then, Mimi is talking about this drama that she's having with Stevie J and Ty. Because they showed a clip from, I think, a week prior. So, we've seen Mimi and Ty, they are arguing about Stevie J because Stevie J posted a photo with him, Faith, and Mimi, which I remember seeing that. I remember seeing that photo. I remember when he posted it. I think the Shade Room posted it too. And, Ty's just in her feelings. And I'm like, but why is Ty in her feelings? Because she has to be able to co-parent with Stevie. I mean, they do have a child together. Now, so I was kind of confused as to why Mimi said, why Ty is having an issue with it. Now, I did see some of the, I do remember the post that's, because the Shade Room posted, and that's what I hate about the Shade Room. When they post a picture and then the person comes in and somebody comment under it, they want to repost it, like, oh, so-and-so said this, and then it just starts a whole chain reaction of stuff. I wish they would stop doing that, but it brings people to their page. So it's clickbait. So I definitely get it. So then they're talking about Trinidad, and Pooh says she doesn't understand why the girls have such a big issue with her. And I'm like, you don't understand why the girls have an issue with you? You got to be joking with me. How would you feel from the outside looking in? You messing with Carly. You talking about bringing up all the shit that she's done, literally shit that she's done, and you don't think people would be like, I don't want to be around that type of drama, because if I do something, then what the fuck would she say about me? So they're apprehensive about being around you. So I don't get why Pooh doesn't understand that they're apprehensive. But I was like, okay, if you say so, girl, I'm gonna let you roll with that. But they're apprehensive because they think you're messy and they think you full of shit. Literally full of shit. So then, we have Mimi. She's talking about Ty. Excuse me, y'all. Ty wants me to be smarter about the way I handle Stevie, but she goes on this social media battle with him. How was that smarter? Sure, she sure enough woke up the childish bear that is Stevie J. Yes, I agree with Ty. He's an idiot, but I've been dealing with this idiot for a long time. Yes, Mimi, he is an idiot. So Mimi says, she was like, I met with him in good faith, that things will get better. She's like, I don't expect things to be hunky-dory between me and Stevie, but we have to co-parent for our daughter, which is true. They have to be able to co-parent. And I definitely do get Ty's side of the whole thing, because Stevie goats her. He taunts her on social media, telling her to go adopt a child, her and Mimi should have a kid. Yes, Stevie has been childish, but the thing is, Mimi and Ty are feeding into the bullshit that is Stevie J. So once they stop doing that, feeding into his bullshit, things will be good. But as long as you guys give Stevie what he wants, and what Stevie wants is a fucking reaction, and you guys are giving him that exact reaction that he wants. So once he sees, hey, if I say this about them, they're gonna respond to me. But the thing is, if you stop responding to him like the petulant child that he is, then you'd be fine. That's the issue. They have to stop responding to the bullshit that is Stevie J. And once they stop responding to his bullshit, Stevie J will calm down and shut the fuck up. That's truly what it is. So, where am I at? So then we see Stevie. He's in the studio. So then Mimi barges into the studio, and she asks Stevie J, why are you going back and forth with Ty? And, he's been his sarcastic asshole self that he, is. And, because he said that he told them that they should adopt. She's like, you were being an ass you were goading her, which he was. He's like, no, I was just saying that y'all should adopt. No, Stevie, you were saying like, that's my child. Hands off my child, and back away. Now, I also forgot to mention this, Ty, which we kind of figured it. Ty said that Stevie, we all know that Stevie doesn't pay his child support because he doesn't do anything for Jocelyn's baby. And she says basically what it is when it comes down to it, Stevie only wants to be around Eva when it's time to work, which we can all imply that means work for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta when it comes to filming. He wants to look like a good dad on camera, but outside of filming, he doesn't really see her. So then Mimi, Mimi tells him to live your fucking life, Stevie. And he says, he's on a positive tip. And I'm like, Stevie, you full of shit. You not on nothing positive. You on some bullshit, for real. So then Mimi tells him, you need to be an adult. He says, what? Be an adult. I'm sorry, but that was kind of funny. But Mimi fed into the bullshit that is Stevie J. If you stop giving, it's like a child. When they throw a temper tantrum, if you ignore the child, eventually they will stop. But the more you feed into their temper tantrum, the worse it's gonna get. And that's what Stevie is. He's like a fucking child. And also, I tweeted on social media that I think when it comes to Stevie, I think it's Stevie's ego. Stevie's ego and his dick cannot handle the fact that Mimi is with a woman. That's the true thing about it. He wants Mimi, I feel like what it is he wants Mimi to always pine after him. But she's moved on with her life. And so is he with Faith. So I don't get what the back and forth is between Stevie and Mimi. But like I said, I just think it's an ego thing in his dick. He can't handle that shit. And that's really what I feel, to be honest with you. That's how I feel. All right. So next we saw Akbar V. She's in the studio and she's recording a song by the name of Child Support. I'm like, you got to be fucking joking me. She's recording a song called Child Support, but she don't even have custody of her kids. Okay, if you say so. So she's in the studio with Not Face Hiram and non-lip moving Pooh. So then she comes out the booth. She's talking to Pooh and Hiram, and Hiram introduced her to Pooh. She's like, oh, you the Pooh that everybody's been talking about. And, she starts telling her about what happened with BK and Sierra, how BK kind of came on to her like he wanted to fuck her. And she said she wanted to tell Sierra, but Big Mouth ass Carla got to her before. And I'm like, but when was Sierra's birthday and how long of a time difference was that between when that happened in Cancun and when Carly told her? If it was months, you was a motherfucking lie that you want to tell Sierra. You had ample opportunity, and I believe it was months. You had ample fucking opportunity to tell Sierra, but you decided to sit on it, right? Okay. So then, Akbar's talking about her issues with Sierra, talking about Sierra talked about her kids. I didn't hear that. Did anybody hear, Sierra talk about her kids? If she did, it must have been off camera. So then, they start talking about, Pooh talking about how she feels like she's been bullied by Shikana and Tokyo. I'm like, girl, you's a motherfucking lie. You feel bullied by little bitty ass Shikana and Tokyo. Okay, if that's what you want to say, go for it. So then Akbar has to tell us the issues that she has with Shikana. That she was with her ex, and it's something about an ex. I wasn't really paying too much attention to it because it sounded stupid as shit to me. To be quite honest with you, it was the stupidest shit I've ever heard in my life. So we're just gonna move on from that. And move on to the next segment. All right, you guys. So next we're gonna talk about Jock. So we see Jock. Jock is conducting interviews, and looked like he was conducting interviews in the strip club. I'm like, why are you not at the salon doing the interviews? Why can you go to Starbucks to do the interviews? Why can you, go to the mall? Go to the food court? Why can you go somewhere better than the strip club, to do an interview? If you say so, Jock. If you say so, my nigga. So, and then the girls, like, I was looking at all their makeup, and their makeup was just piled on and caked on, and it just looked like it was bubbling. I'm like, wait a minute. I don't think makeup supposed to look like that, but, whatever. So then, one girl talking about, she's not a licensed cosmetologist, but her grandmother was. And I'm like, well, what that got to do with the price of tea and John, that your grandmother was a licensed cosmetologist? Are you? Obviously, you're not. So then, another chick comes in there. She has on this fishnet gear, and I'm like, this is a quote interview, and you dressing like that? Unless you're trying to work at the strip club, that's not an appropriate attire to wear to an interview. And then, they all of them were literally flirting with Jock. I'm like, okay, Mon, this ain't serious, is it? Which we all know it's not, but god damn, y'all could have made this a little bit more professional. Again, Starbucks. Dress your motherfucking ass up. Do not wear fish. Why the fuck you half naked wearing fishnet stockings? Well, fishnet gear. I'm just like, okay, what the fuck ever. So then we see Scrap and Kirk show up, and they ask him the same question, like, nigga, why you ain't at your shop? He's like, oh, he didn't want Sharonda at the shop to run interference. Okay, I get that. If you didn't want Sharonda to run interference, that's fine. Why not find a more professional environment? Starbucks, my nigga. Star fucking Bucks. I'm pretty sure there's got to be something, a cafe or something that's more upscale, nicer by the salon. Like, pick a good spot. Location is everything. Like, location. That's all I got to say. So he's telling the Kirk and Scrap how he wants to marry Kendra. They're like, well, have you told your baby mamas? He was like, nope, hadn't told them bitches yet. I don't mean to call them bitches. He was like, nah, he hadn't told them yet. So then Kirk tells them that he's having a seminar on relationship advice. I said, I know you lying. You got to be lying. Like I tweeted, like I'm Helen Keller to the bullshit, because I really am. I am Helen Keller to that bullshit. Ain't no way in hell I will listen to anything that comes out of Kirk or Rashida's fucking mouth. You got to be bullshitting me. So then they ask him, like, so what happened when Rashida met up with Jasmine? He was like, she didn't really tell me nothing. Like, nigga, are you that fucking stupid? Obviously you are. Because I would be on pins and needles like, damn, what happened when she met with her? What did they talk about? And I'd be wanting to know, but he seemed so fucking calm. I'm like, okay, Kirk is a dumbass. So then we see Jacqueline with his ex-wife, Alex, and his last baby mama that had the twins, Cena. And he's having lunch with them. So, he tells them, hey, I want to marry Kendra. And they're like, okay, cool. And they were like, I think Cena asked a question like, so how long have you and Kendra been together? He was like, 4 years. And she was like, nigga, that is bullshit. Because 4 years ago, our daughters are 5. 4 years ago, you was with me and you was talking to Carly. You was with Baby Knees. Shout out to Roxanne on that one. And, so he tells them, hey, they like Kendra because Kendra takes an interest in the kids. And, he says, well, you don't have to worry about a new addition. They're like, she doesn't want to have kids. He says, no. They're like, nigga, do you want more kids? Like, you got 8. You want more? He's like, it's not the fact that I want more. It's the fact that if I do want to have more, we would have that option. Which I get it. So then, but basically they approve. They joke around asking, can they be in the wedding as bridesmaids? And then he tells them about the tattoo that he has on his dick with Kendra's name. I'm like, nigga, use a motherfucking lie. You mean to tell me you want to got a chick's name tattooed on your dick? If you say so. Don't believe you, but if you say so. Alright, you guys, so we finna put a clusterfuck of bullshit together. So we see Carly with a trash ass wig go to see Rashida, asking Rashida for some fucking advice, just like with Kirk. The fuck you gonna ask Rashida for some fucking advice for? Rashida, you be better off going to ask a prostitute off the street for some fucking advice about a man. That bitch got more no, the fuck. So Carly is telling Rashida about her the counseling session with Dr. Jeff. How it didn't go so well. How Mo walked out of the counseling session. Well, she was actually tiptoeing around everything, and Rashida's like, "Girl, tell me what the fuck is going on." So she's talking about he's verbally abusive. I have a curfew. She's like, Carly, no. I'm like, Rashida, no. This is bullshit. Because I even tweeted it. I'm like, is this real with Carly, or is this something that Mona made up? Like, I don't want to say that it's fake if it's real, because I don't want to do that. But it's just something about this whole thing with Carly. It just does not seem authentic. It's the same with Mimi. Like y'all wait toward the end of the season to come with these storylines, especially Carly. When all season long you've been so happy about your relationship with Mo, getting married, having kids, but now he's abusive and he's verbally abusive and he is controlling. Like I just don't know what to believe with that storyline. I don't believe it. Hate to say it, but I just don't believe it. So then Rashida is telling her, and she also talking about how she's afraid of him. I'm like, so you're afraid of him, but again, you were planning to have a baby with him and you were planning your wedding, but you're afraid of him. Make that make sense to me. So then, Rashida just tells you, like, you might have to move on. And I agree with Rashida. If, in fact, it is true, Carly just needs to count her losses and move the fuck on. So then we see her at Shekinah's, her salon. She was getting her wig done, which was already attached to her head. And I'm like, but first of all, that wig, her and Shekinah's wig, like you could see the lace at the top where the baby hairs were. I'm like, oh my God, these wigs are fucking trash as fuck. So, Shekinah can read it as well because Carly is down in the dumps. She's like, friend, what's going on? Once again, we got to go about this whole shit with Dr. Jeff and how Mo walked out of the session because he didn't want to face the truth about what was going on in their relationship. I'm like, this is bullshit. This is bullshit. So then, Shekinah mentions how Jock is flirting with the women at the salon. And I'm like, why would you mention that to Carly, his ex? Of all people, why would you mention that to Carly? She gonna run and blab her fucking mouth. Like, really, Shekinah? But okay. I get you. You want to be messy. I mean, I guess so. Let's roll with the punches. You been messy as fuck. So, Shekinah's talking about this seminar that she's having with Kirk and Rashida. And I'm like, that is a bullshit ass seminar. I would not pay for it. I wouldn't go to it if it was free. If you told me that there's a relationship seminar that Kirk and Rashida are hosting, I'd be like, fuck you. You's a bullshit lie. Now, if it was, about business and money, I'd be like, hell yeah. Sign me up. But relationship, you got me fucked up with Chuck. The fuck. All right. So then we see also Shekinah's party is the same day as seminar is the same day as Carly's graduation party. So we see Carly's sexology graduation party, and why the fuck were they playing Level Up by Sierra? I hate that song so fucking much. So we see Erica Dixon there, we see Mimi there, and we see Spices there as well. And once again, Carly is down and depressed, talking about this session with Dr. Jeff. I'm like, God damn, we finna beat this Dr. Jeff session with a over the head like a fucking dead horse. So then, Mimi is talking about Stevie and Ty and all the slick shit that he's been saying, and how, when she went to go see him at the studio, things got ugly. Yeah, you let things get ugly. You could have just ignored that nigga. And how he just walked out. So then out of nowhere, Cena shows up to talk to Carly, to congratulate her on her business. I'm like, girl, you's full of shit. Mona told you to come down there, didn't she? Right? That's what it is, right? So then, Cena's telling Carly about how Jock is trying to marry Kendra, how he said they was together for 4 years, but 4 years ago he was with her, living with baby knees and messing with Carly. And then Carly opens her big ass mouth talking about Jock is messing with the girls down there at the salon. I'm like, why? Why did Shekinah tell you, and why are you telling Cena? Cena is gonna go run her mouth too. Like, god damn. The fuck? Okay, you guys. And then lastly in the episode, the seminar with Kirk and Rashida and Shekinah. I'm gonna be honest with you, I won't listen to a motherfucking thing that was said. So I don't know what was said, but I just know they had a seminar and it was bullshit. Those two giving relationship advice. Fuck out of here. So then Akbar V shows up. One really 100% listen to what Akbar said. I know she asked the question of, I don't know what that question was she asked, but somehow, it was like, if a girl is with a guy and then, she don't know nothing about the ex-girlfriend and she asked questions about the ex-girlfriend, how do you proceed with that? I'm like, first of all, why is the current girlfriend worried about the ex-girlfriend, and why is the ex-girlfriend worried about the current girlfriend? Like, I was confused. But, they got into it with each other. And, Akbar tried to charge the stage to get to, Shekinah. I'm like, why would you do that when the crazy 88s are right there and they're going to stop you before you can even make it up there? And that's where the episode ended, you guys. So like the video, leave your comments, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys later.